big fan, and it might make a nice little gift for them. Check it out. Let us know what you think about it. It's pretty awesome. And we would appreciate it if you would, show your love for us. I am going to have a hard time not buying everything. It's going to be really tough. Our fan gear is now for sale at WHBC.com.
Nothing changes a person's life quite like a cancer diagnosis. It often means challenging months or years ahead with frequent doctor visits, treatment visits, consultations, and more. And those who must travel long distances for their care experience some of the biggest challenges in time away from their support systems. As Stark County's leader in cancer care, Aultman is working to ease that burden with the construction of the Timken Family Cancer Center. Scheduled to open in 2022, this 58,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility will bring all cancer services, specialists, and support under one roof, right here in your community. No one wants to hear those three life-changing words, "You have cancer." But at the Timken Family Cancer Center, we're bringing all the resources conveniently together to help you fight and overcome cancer. Go to altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center to donate, learn more, and join the fight against cancer in your community. That's altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center.
Live from the WHBC Broadcast Center. Find out more about area businesses, agencies, and events.
It's what's going on right now.
This is Spotlight.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is a Wednesday morning. It is time for Spotlight on Stark County, and we are very excited to talk about the Timken Family Cancer Center this morning. And we have a lot of things to discuss and some very exciting things, no doubt. I do want to tell you, you probably are listening to us on the radio right now, but also understand that we do our WHBC stream video as well, and you can watch us live on Facebook. So all you have to do is go to our Facebook page and like it at 1480 WHBC. Same thing with our Twitter feed. You'll find it there, live video as well. And we have a YouTube channel. So just go to YouTube and search News Talk 1480 WHBC, and you will find it there as well. So again, a couple of ways that you can view us and listen, and we're very excited again to be able to talk about this today. So I'll introduce our guests this morning. And first of all, we have Tina Biasella, who is Vice President Cancer Services at Aultman Hospital. Welcome, Tina. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
We also have Elisa Warburton-Gregory, who is volunteer leader, women's board member, and co-chair of the Timken Family Cancer Center Campaign Cabinet, correct?
Correct.
All right. Your husband does that along with you. I don't want to
He's here behind me.
Okay, good. Hi, husband. Your husband, Steve Gregory, by the way, that's his name. And also, we want to bring in Lisa Zellers. She is the executive director of the Aultman Foundation. Hi, Lisa.
Morning, Pam.
So, guys, I got to say, as I started reading more and more, and of course, I've been hearing about this for a while, and this is like such a wonderful thing for our community that I know a lot of people are very excited about. And I am going to start with you, Tina, because as we were talking about off the air, this is a long time coming, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, we've been working on this project for a number of years. I've been involved with it for about 9 years since I've been the vice president for the cancer program. So it's really great to be where we're at this point.
Well, we know that Aultman is a leader in cancer care, and so that's good, and everybody understands that. So why the Cancer Center? Why is that needed?
Well, as you mentioned, Aultman is the leader when it comes to cancer care. Everybody knows someone who's been impacted by cancer, and the numbers unfortunately keep growing, but also the number of survivors are growing, which is great. There's a lot of new treatments, a lot of new technology. It's estimated that there's over 15 million cancer survivors nationally. But we diagnose and treat over 1,500 new cancer patients a year here at Aultman Hospital. And we care for probably about 4,000 patients a year who are in some phase of that cancer journey, whether they're newly diagnosed or they're in their survivorship or they're here for follow-up tests and treatments. And Aultman has a really rich history of investing in cancer services. It's been a priority service here at the hospital for a number of years. But what we don't have is we don't have that comprehensive center. So our services are very fragmented. If you're a patient, you may travel over 5 to 6 different areas of the organization to receive that care. And this Timken Family Cancer Center brings all of that care under one roof for the patients. Not only that, but it also brings all the providers together, the physicians, the care teams into one space to provide that truly comprehensive care.
Yeah, I would imagine, my mom's a cancer survivor, and she too went through, a lot of the things that you're talking about. Western Ohio. She was over in Western Ohio and did go to a cancer center over there, which was really important. She till this day talks about how she would go there and get the support and all of that. And so I would imagine that shapes a person's care, right?
It sure does. We have great teams of people here, and they become very connected to the patients due to the number of treatments that they have. But being able to have everything in one spot, the treatments are long, patients can experience fatigue. So having to travel, over multiple different areas can be difficult for them or their family members, who are helping to provide care. So this center is really going to transform cancer care in our community. There's really not going to be anything else like it where patients are going to be able to come to receive all that care in one spot.
And it makes a really traumatic and hard time maybe a little easier.
It sure does. Yes, it sure does. To be able to, have all of that at your fingertips, so to speak, your resources, the patients who are caring for you, it really does bring a sense of comfort to patients. Absolutely.
So I would ask you, 9 years, how did this all come to mind when it first started? And then, you start taking these baby steps towards what's occurring now. How did you get there?
Yeah. Well, when we build a building at Aultman or anywhere, we want it to last, so really being able to study how cancer care has changed. Much of the cancer care is outpatient service based. It's not a lot of what we call inpatient or in the hospital type of care. So we've vetted a number of different areas for this center to be located. And ultimately, we ended up with the best decision for it to be here on campus, outpatient and convenient, but also located and close to the other services inside the main hospital that patients may have. So it truly has been a journey, but I think that we have come up with the absolute best in terms of cancer care for patients in our community. And I'm really proud of where we're at today.
Yeah, and when people come on campus, they're going to notice it because, obviously some roads are shut down now. There's different ways of getting into the hospital, but obviously a great location for it, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's talk now to Lisa. Let's bring Lisa in, Lisa Zellers, and talk a little bit, Lisa, about the fundraising, because a project of this magnitude, it comes with the need for some money, right?
Indeed, Pam, you're exactly right. And, we have not actually launched a capital campaign from Aultman in many years. I think the last one, Pam, was back in the 60s, if you can believe that. Now our community is very generous to Aultman. I'm supporting our women's board activities annually and other programs that we receive support from. But frankly, speaking on behalf of like a capital campaign, we've not held one of these for a number of years. And so, we knew that we needed to reach out to the community for help. We've been very blessed to grow our services and our programming with internal funds. And I think that's because we've been conservative and very good stewards of our resources here at Aultman. But frankly, a $28 million project, to your point, Pam, we knew we were going to need some help. The first 10 million came from Aultman. That was important for us to have a big part of this cost, if you will. And then I think that also speaks a lot to our community and to our donors for us to put up a big portion of the capital to start with. So the first 10 million came from internal funds. And then our women's board actually stepped up with an incredible pledge of $5 million. And that really, yes, incredible. We just can't say enough about our women's board of Aultman Hospital, the fundraising, the advocacy that they provide in our community, the connections that they help us make in our community is just truly a blessing, Pam. And so that $5 million also was a huge step forward in the project. But I'll tell you, another big step forward for us was when we actually visited with the Capital Campaigns Committee here in Stark County back in 2018. And being before that group, we were just truly overwhelmed with the generosity. We had made a request. And from that meeting, from that visit, Pam, $4.25 million came out of that. That $3 million, the title gift from the Timken Foundation of Canton and the Timken family. So very grateful to the foundation for their support. Not to mention the Hoover Foundation, the George H. Dubel Foundation, and then also the Stark Community Foundation stepped up, all with tremendous support. And again, 4.2 million came out of that. So that we were well underway with between the internal investment, the Women's Board, and that gift from the Capital Campaign Committee really got us off to a fantastic start, Pam.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And it truly is a community effort then. I mean, you're looking at from, all facets of the community, and that makes it even all that much sweeter, for people to realize that everybody came together for this.
Right.
We're going to take a quick break right now. And when we come back, I want us to be able to bring in Lisa Warburton-Gregory, who is the volunteer leader with the Women's Board. You mentioned the Women's Board, and I want to talk a little bit about their part in all of this. And of course, many of the other things that we're going to get to this morning as we discuss the Timken Family Cancer Center and all of the great things that it's going to mean to our community. And we'll spotlight that here today on 1480 WHBC.
Stark County's home of your Cleveland Indians.
Rosie, Rosie, Rosie. Hey, Stark County, this is Tom Hamilton. Floor is yours, Rosie.
Hey, Stark County, this is Jim Rosenhaus. Jim Rosenhaus and Bob DiBiasio. Rosie and Bobby D on Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook. Thursday mornings at 8:20. Tribe fans, stay with your radio home of the Indians, News Talk, 1480 WHBC. Go Tribe.
Hey, the Roadman Kenny Rhoda here for Froggy's Car Wash, now open with 2 locations for your convenience. Lincoln Way East in Perry Township, and the newest, bestest, largest car wash at Belton on Everhard. Get unlimited car washes for one price starting at $20 a month, plus free vacuums. That's unlimited washes all month long for less than $1 a day. You won't find a car wash that gets your car cleaner than Froggy's. Foam waterfall, hot wax, paint protectant, tire shine, and spot-free drying rinse. All the soap is non-corrosive, and they have high-powered blowers, leaving your car dry and spotless. It's fast. It's easy. It only takes minutes while you stay in the car. So take advantage of what Froggy's has to offer. Unlimited monthly plans with free vacuums starting at $20 a month. So take your car to Froggy's Car Wash. 2 locations, Perry Township, and the newest is now open in Belton on Everhard Road. And tell them the Roadman sent you.
This is Jennifer Tassan from the Hackenberg Financial Group. Let's face it, experts agree that not planning for the costs of a chronic illness can be a staggering blow to your financial plan. Let me help you create a financial strategy to plan for a long-term care event and protect your assets. Call me at 330-489-9999. I'm Jennifer Tassan from the Hackenberg Financial Group, 330-489-9999.
Maxwell, he was a runaway to rescue, great disposition. About 9 years ago, he was scratching a lot, and he started losing some hair. My vet, she says, he must be allergic to the chicken. Another vet said, it's the grain. Third vet, she says it's the weather, something in the air. And then somebody said, DINOVITE.com. I had been listening to these Dynavite ads, hearing about different stories of different people, and it just clicked. I got my first 90-day supply, and it took a grand total of 2 weeks. And the dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Dynavite is nutrition.
And Maxwell loves it. Now he's close to 10, and the Dynavite is a big part of Maxwell's diet.
Dynavite for life. You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
And he's a spectacular dog.
DINOVITE.com.
Nothing changes a person's life quite like a cancer diagnosis. It often means challenging months or years ahead with frequent doctor visits, treatment visits, consultations, and more. And those who must travel long distances for their care experience some of the biggest challenges in time away from their support systems. As Stark County's leader in cancer care, Aultman is working to ease that burden with the construction of the Timken Family Cancer Center. Scheduled to open in 2022, this 58,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility will bring all cancer services, specialists, and support under one roof, right here in your community. No one wants to hear those three life-changing words, "You have cancer." But at the Timken Family Cancer Center, we're bringing all the resources conveniently together to help you fight and overcome cancer. Go to altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center to donate, learn more, and join the fight against cancer in your community. That's altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And yes, welcome back to a Spotlight on Stark County. Today, we are spotlighting the Timken Family Cancer Center. If you have not heard about this wonderful project, then stay tuned because so much more to tell you about it. And again, you can watch us live on Facebook right now at 1480 WHBC, on our Twitter account at 1480 WHBC, and also on YouTube. You just search News Talk 1480 WHBC. And of course, we're live on the radio and on our website at WHBC.com. And we've got some great guests with us this morning. And Tina Biasella is the Vice President of Cancer Services with Aultman Hospital. She is here with us right now. We also have Lisa Warburton-Gregory, the volunteer leader of the Women's Board and a Women's Board member and co-chair of the Timken Family Cancer Center campaign, and also Lisa Zellers, Executive Director, the Aultman Foundation. And I apologize because the last time I said, we're going to talk to Lisa, and we had two Lisas. So, but we got that accomplished, and that was good. But Lisa, and this time we'll say Lisa Warburton-Gregory. Let's talk to you a little bit about the Women's Board and the involvement there, because this is probably something that you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, we've got to be a part of this, and a lot of things that you can take on and do to make this something that's very special for the community and the hospital.
Yes, I was president back in 2010 to 2012. And the administration comes to the Women's Board when we fulfilled our previous pledge, and they were talking about the new cancer center. And prior to this, our most extensive pledge was $3 million, and I believe that was for the Compassionate Care Center. So they came to me and wanted to build a cancer center, and I said, we're going to push it. I think we should up it to $5 million. So we took it to the Women's Board, took it to a vote, and they approved to raise $5 million for the cancer center.
Wow. That's very, very, challenging for you guys. I'm sure you probably felt like that was, but it was a good feeling, in a good way. So how did you go about raising the money?
Well, we had 5 angel auctions. And typically we raise around $500,000 for each year from the angel auction. And then also we have funds, tribute funds. We get proceeds from baby photos at the hospital, the flower shop, the gift shop. So all those roll up into monies for our pledge.
And as you are doing this and you're talking to your members of the Women's Board, what does it mean to you guys? I mean, obviously it's something special to the community, so that would be important. But, what kinds of things does it mean to you and your members to see this come to fruition?
I mean, every project is near and dear. You buy into it. You get so passionate about what we're raising money for. And this one especially, I mean, who hasn't been touched by cancer in some way? Mm-hmm. And, this was we knew with a $5 million pledge that it was going to take a couple of years to accomplish that. And so, you worry about burnout, raising money for the same thing. But everybody was passionate about it, and we're just excited that today's a big day and it's a long time coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's bring in Lisa Zellers. I want to bring you back in, Lisa, also, because talk about sharing this whole thing with the community. I mean, once you have the concept, you know what you're going to do, you're starting the fundraising, then you've got to tell the community about it and really start to get the word out. How did that all happen?
Well, again, Pam, we knew that we would need some help. And when Ed Roth and Vicki Haynes and our team sat down to talk about exactly how we wanted to share this opportunity with the community, Lisa just mentioned, how many people have not been touched by cancer, unfortunately? And what a wonderful way for people to give back and make a local difference by being involved in this project. And so when we knew that we needed help to share the message with our community, Ed Roth went to Steve and Lisa Gregory and asked if they would consider co-chairing a capital campaign volunteer leadership team for ourselves. And they graciously agreed. And then with their help, we assembled a phenomenal campaign cabinet. And I got to tell you, I just can't say enough wonderful things about these individuals. They have been, Pam, for over 2 years. They have been hosting receptions, opening their doors to their friends and their colleagues, sharing the opportunity. And it's really been a blessing. And I'll let Lisa talk more about the campaign cabinet and their leadership. But I also want to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to our patients. There is no more powerful advocate for this need and for this center than those that we're serving. And so many patients, Pam, have stepped up in big ways to share this need and to be supportive. And so they've also helped us to get the word out. So many of them have been sharing their personal testimonials. We've been sharing that on social and digital media. You can see a lot of their stories on our webpage. We call them our gallery of hope, our survivors, and it's just been beautiful. So many people have stepped up to be supportive, to share the project, and because of all of their work, because of the Gregorys, the campaign cabinet, our patients, our board of directors, because of all their great work, here we are today getting ready to break ground.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So that's some of the stuff that we're going to talk about after the news. We'll take a break here at the bottom of the hour. And when we come back, the components of the center, we'll talk more about what you can expect in the community and all of that as we continue talking about the Timken Family Cancer Center here on WHBC.
There's so much texting going on. Hey, get your phone out and put our new text number in it. Anytime you want to text us, you can.
Pam Cook, Jim Michaels, J.D. DeAngelis, John Bozica, Ryan Novak, Kenny, and J.T.
330-583-4591.
Cancer care can be complicated and deeply personal. And for those who must travel to different facilities that may not be close to home, it's even more of a burden. So when we began designing a new cancer center at Aultman Hospital in Canton, we wanted to learn from those who are most closely affected by cancer. That's why the Timken Family Cancer Center, set to open in 2022, was designed by and for patients, caregivers, donors, doctors, staff, and volunteer leaders. This group of knowledgeable people helped devise the exterior design, garden areas, parking, patient access, color palette, artwork, and more. When completed, the 58,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility will offer patients an uplifting, warm, comforting environment, all complemented by plenty of natural light. Construction is now underway on the future of cancer care in Stark County. Go to altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center to donate, learn more, and join the fight against cancer in your community. That's altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center.
Shop the Wacom Auto Mile and save the Wacom way.
Did you know that 3 Ohioans are diagnosed with oral cancer every day? Dentists are doctors of dental surgery and can recognize life-threatening conditions and treat oral diseases before they become serious health complications. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association and American Dental Association, so you know you're being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
To all you do-it-yourselfers, get ready to welcome Fram into the fam. Because America's #1 oil filter brand now has their own new line of motor oil and fluids. And it's only at Advance and CarQuest Auto Parts. Stop into Advance and choose from 4 new Fram oil change bundles starting at just $20.99. They have the oil and filters you need to keep your engine running stronger, longer. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
I'm Ashley from Verndale's Water Center. It's tax time, and Verndale's can help turn your refund into clean, clear, great-tasting water. There's never been a better time to make nature's water even better. Call Verndale's Water Center today.
Verndale's Water Center.
WHBC AM Canton, reliable as ever on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
From the News Talk 1480 WHBC newsroom, the May 4th primary election is in the books. And what a contrast to last November. Unofficial numbers show Stark County had an 11% voter turnout. There were some areas in the county that had nothing on the ballot. State health officials say Ohio's new COVID-19 case numbers are continuing to show a steady improvement. Yesterday's report showed 300 fewer cases than last Tuesday. More than 40% of Ohioans have had at least one shot. A third of people are finished getting vaccinated. Pennsylvania will be lifting most COVID-19 restrictions by the end of the month. The governor there says all restrictions related to gatherings, restaurants, and other businesses will end May 31st. One restriction that will stay in place is the statewide face mask order, which will be lifted once the state reaches a 70% vaccination rate. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden has announced a new set of goals related to the fight against COVID-19, including having at least 70% of adults partially or fully vaccinated by the 4th of July. Don't click the link. That's the new warning from the Postal Service as fake text messages are being sent. They contain a link claiming to be from the government. The Postal Service assures it will not send text messages or emails to customers unless they request to track a package, but even then, it will never contain a link. More news coming up at 10 o'clock. I'm Pam Cook.
Your severe weather station, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Sun and some clouds for the rest of the day. High 55, mainly clear tonight, low 38. Turning cloudy tomorrow, high 60. Then expect showery weather tomorrow night, continuing through Friday evening. Friday will be cool with periods of clouds and sunshine. A morning shower in spots, followed by thunder showers in the afternoon. Storms can bring small hail, high 55. I'm Holly Holdren for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
We're back to normal, I guess. Every year, there's always slight adjustments.
Does it look different? Yeah. It's a good, fresh look. There's a lot to like, man. You guys are going to get some opportunities.
Expect to be a competitive team and compete for the American League Central.
This clubhouse is ready to take on the challenge.
We're young, we're exciting.
The way we feel about the game never changes.
Your Cleveland Indians continue their series in Kansas City against the Royals. Pregame 7:35 on WHBC Sports.
Rosie and Bobby D on Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook. Thursday mornings at 8:20. Tribe fans, stay with your radio home of the Indians, News Talk 1480 WHBC. Go Tribe!
Progressive Chevrolet will triple your down payment. 100 gets you 300. 500 triples to 1,500. $1,000 becomes $3,000. Progressive Chevrolet will triple your down payment up to $3,000. Getting triple your down payment could help you get approved when you buy any factory certified used vehicle in stock. Only at Progressive Chevrolet in Massillon. Offer applies to Chevy factory certified used vehicles only. Discount up to $3,000. Does not apply to prior transactions and cannot be combined with any other advertised offer. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost. See dealer for details. Ends May 31st, 2021. Need to get approved for a nice in-stock factory certified used vehicle? Got cash for a down payment, but wish you had more? Progressive will triple your down payment to help you get approved. And now, with the ultimate collection of SUVs and Silverados, there's no better time to shop, and there's no better place than Progressive Chevrolet on Hills and Dales Road in Massillon.
Cancer care can be complicated and deeply personal, and for those who must travel to different facilities that may not be close to home, it's even more of a burden. So when we began designing a new cancer center at Aultman Hospital in Canton, we wanted to learn from those who are most closely affected by cancer. That's why the Timken Family Cancer Center, set to open in 2022, was designed by and for patients, caregivers, donors, doctors, staff, and volunteer leaders. This group of knowledgeable people helped advise the exterior design, garden areas, parking, patient access, color palette, artwork, and more. When completed, the 58,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility will offer patients an uplifting, warm, comforting environment, all complemented by plenty of natural light. Construction is now underway on the future of cancer care in Stark County. Go to altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center to donate, learn more, and join the fight against cancer in your community. That's altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center.
Thank you and your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight on 1480 WHBC.
And welcome back, everyone. Pam Cook with you this morning on Spotlight. And again, today, Timken Family Cancer Center. Make sure you check us out. We have our WHBC video stream on Facebook, Twitter, and also on our YouTube channel. Check us out on our website, also at WHBC.com as well. And we've got some great guests this morning, and we've been talking about a very exciting project, the Timken Family Cancer Center. We have Tina Biasella, who is Vice President of Cancer Services with Aultman Hospital. We also have Lisa Warburton-Gregory, volunteer leader, the Women's Board member, and co-chair of the Timken Family Cancer Center Campaign Cabinet, which we're going to talk about the cabinet itself here in just a minute. And also Lisa Zellers, who is Executive Director of the Aultman Foundation, and just so much excitement surrounding all of this, and just a really awesome project for our community. Because, you know, I would think that people probably don't realize what we're missing when we say that we don't have such a facility in this community. But once they understand what we're getting, then they're going to know. But let's bring Lisa Warburton-Gregory on with us again. And Lisa, talk about the cabinet itself, because I think it's worth explaining what you guys have created and what that has meant to bringing this whole project, again, as I said, to fruition.
Well, when we first sat down with Aultman and trying to strategize who to put on our committee, we were trying to, you know, reach all avenues of the community. And and I don't think we had anyone turn us down when we asked them to be a part of this, that was special in itself. But if you don't mind, I'll take a minute to recognize our cabinet. We were fortunate to have Frank and Judy Provo be our honorary co-chairs, and they've been longtime Aultman supporters. We had Barb Hammondtree Bennett, who is a 3-time cancer survivor and we call her our poster child, and she has been wonderful out there in the community. We had George Lemon, also a cancer survivor, who most of you will probably know that he donated a Corvette, and we did a raffle for it and raised over $300,000 for that. And we can't thank George and Kayleen enough for that. We also had Ron Lyons from the Alliance community and Bob and Linda Dehoff, well known in the Stark County community. And then we asked 3 younger couples to be part of our campaign cabinet. Ryan and Evram Fulmer, Brian and Joanna Belden, and Joe and Kathleen Shower, and we call them our youngins. And they were just so excited and so motivated and out in the community, just going to town. It was so awesome, and just it's such a bonding experience when you work with a group of people for a cause together. And I get emotional talking about it.
Yeah, that has to be a really good feeling, when you say the youngins, because we all experience working with younger people, whether it be in our job or whatever it is. But when it's all in a common cause like this, boy, that gives you hope for the future, doesn't it?
It sure does. It sure does.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's bring Tina Biasella, Vice President of Cancer Services for Aultman Hospital. Tina, let's talk about the building itself, because there's so many cool things about this facility that you've got to share with us. Tell us a little bit about that right now.
Sure. As Lisa mentioned, we're breaking ground this afternoon, and we're going to transform care with this center. So it's a two-part project. It's a 45,000 square foot addition on the campus that spans across Bedford Avenue between 6th and 7th Street. So we did have to close down a street as part of this project, and worked with the city and very helpful in getting that accomplished and helping us there. And it also consists of about a 13,000 square foot renovation of our radiation oncology department. And those two centers are going to be connected together, the new building and the radiation oncology center. And so in that renovation portion, which we actually started the renovation in December of last year. We were fortunate enough in COVID to be able to start that renovation and kick that off. That's a complete overhaul and gutting of that space. We've got about a third of that department shut down right now, and we're renovating it. And it's also going to be brand new state-of-the-art equipment to deliver radiation oncology services to patients and radiation therapy. So we're going to be offering top-of-the-line treatments for patients with those new machines, which is just fantastic. The new addition, the 45,000 square foot two-story addition is going to house all of our infusion services for cancer patients. So there's going to be 44 treatment areas there, very private, all having garden views, lots of lush landscaping around the space. Cancer treatments can be long, so giving patients something really great to look at is just going to be fantastic and enhance that experience and provide a nice calming environment. And upstairs in the building, we're also going to have our medical oncologists, our GYN oncologists, palliative care services, as well as space for what we call multidisciplinary clinics, Pam. And that's where patients are able to see a number of their care providers in one day versus coming in, for several days to see physicians over, differing amounts of time. And so we're going to have space for, other physicians to rotate in and be able to see patients along with the medical oncologists, and provide that convenience to the patients, which is what you see in a lot of larger comprehensive cancer centers. We're also going to include all of our supportive services in this building. So our patient navigators are a huge part of the cancer patient's journey. And so those nurses help, the patient along every step of the way. They're going to be there in the building, clinical trials, and all of our other supportive dietitian, social worker, and just wrapping everything around the patient and their family during the time of their cancer journey.
And is there a special story behind all of this?
Yeah, I think the most special part of this project is that we have had our patients involved from the initial design of this center. And so we established several years ago what we call a patient advisory forum. And that was a group of existing and previous cancer patients and their caregivers. And they've been able to weigh in on things from the building design, the layout, the color palette, the access to the services, the parking. More recently, we've brought them in to look at the artwork and the colors in the spaces, and really being able to have that cancer patients aspect and their thoughts about what this center means to them and what they want it to feel like has been instrumental, and it has made this project so special. So they've worked with our physicians, our donors, our leaders all throughout this project and weighed in on a number of different things that's really going to make this a great place for cancer care.
Yeah, and when we started in the very beginning talking about how it just makes things easier and comforting to people who are going through, this really tough time of dealing with cancer. And we should say, maybe somebody hears this for the first time, they're thinking breast cancer in their mind, maybe, but this isn't just breast cancer. I mean, this is a family cancer center. It's for everybody.
Right. Yeah. This is comprehensive services. So it's breast cancer, it's colon cancer, it's lung cancer. It's every type of cancer that we treat here at Aultman, along with those supportive services tied in with the treatments to really be able to support patients throughout that entire treatment process.
Yeah. Men and women alike. We should say that too. So
yes, everyone.
Absolutely. All right. We're going to take a quick break here. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about the fundraising and the groundbreaking that takes place this afternoon and some more about the Timken Family Cancer Center. Stay tuned to News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Show. Thank God for radio. I don't know where we'd be without it.
I listen to you daily. Your station is so informative.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Because the news never stops, and neither do we. News Talk 1480 WHBC.
The radio's all yours.
1480.
It matters and it makes a difference, and we just want to say thank you.
All in one place at WHBC.com.
I'm Jim Michaels. Thanks for listening to 1480 WHBC.
Ready to spring into that new car, truck, or motorcycle and secure a rate of 2.49% APR? You can make it happen at Friends and Family Credit Union. A new vehicle loan for 2.49% APR up to 76 months and no payment for 90 days. Stop in and talk to our local friendly loan professionals. They'll put you on the road in the vehicle you want with a rate as low as 2.49% APR. But hurry, this is a limited time offer. Friends and Family Credit Union has 3 convenient locations to serve you, including our newest location inside the Acme Fresh Market on Whipple Avenue in Canton, online, and in the palm of your hand with mobile banking. Additional restrictions may apply. All rates and promotions are subject to change without notice. This institution is privately insured by ASI up to $250,000 per account. Secure your new vehicle loan as low as 2.49% up to 76 months at Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
Now at Menards, save big money in your next project with 11% off everything. Shed some light on your home and find your style. With Patriot Lighting, we have the selection to fit your unique style. The Finney Collection is both practical and stylish. Right now, all Patriot Lighting options are 11% off. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through May 8th. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
For many cancer patients, treatment requires frequent appointments and visits. It can be an added burden when those patients have to travel long distances to get to the frequent treatments and follow-up they need. That's why our Stark County community has come together to help create the Timken Family Cancer Center at Aultman Hospital. The Timken Family Cancer Center is a comprehensive 58,000 square foot facility that is being built right now and is scheduled to open in 2022. With this state-of-the-art cancer center, Aultman is taking its leading cancer care to a new level by bringing all cancer services, specialists, and support under one roof, streamlining care for the thousands of patients Aultman treats every year. Having these resources all together makes everything more convenient for the patient access to treatment areas, wayfinding, and treatment itself. To donate, learn more, or see the progress on the Timken Family Cancer Center, visit altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center. That's altman.org/Timken Family Cancer Center.
And welcome back to Spotlight. And today, talking about the Timken Family Cancer Center, breaking ground today, project to be completed next year. And let's talk a little bit more about that. And we have Tina Biasella on with us, Vice President of Cancer Services with Aultman Hospital. And Tina, 2022, that's the projected timeline. So give us a little idea of what's going to happen here, what we're going to see. But we know the groundbreaking set for today, right?
Yes. Groundbreaking is set for today. We've been starting before this what we call early site prep. So if you've been on the website and seen some of the pictures, we've been doing things like grading the building pad and getting footers ready and sort of forming the outline of the building and the construction that's going to happen there. And today we're going to have the formal groundbreaking ceremony. Unfortunately, with COVID, it's got to be limited to the number of people that can attend. We're hoping with ribbon cutting in 2022, it can be a come one, come all to see everything. But we're going to have a very nice celebration this afternoon. And then tomorrow, they're going to start bringing steel up out of the ground and really having that building take shape.
Yeah, and I would imagine that as this occurs, you're going to be talking more and more about the services and the things that are going to be happening throughout the community, and talk a little bit about, how important it is for the rest of the community to kind of latch on to the project, because, everybody, we heard Lisa say earlier, everybody's been touched by cancer in one way, shape, or form. We know that.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, cancer, it does not discriminate. It touches many people, unfortunately. And I think having an asset like the Timken Family Cancer Center in our community really offers patients the opportunity to have a comprehensive center close to home. And so, as I mentioned, treatments are frequent. Patients, could be coming in every day, every 2 weeks for treatment. And to eliminate drive time to go to a center that has services like this for patients and their family, it just relieves an unbelievable burden to their treatments. Being able to be close to your home, close to your support system and your care team, it's really important for everybody to understand that really is going to be a huge asset for the community.
All right, we're going to bring Lisa Zellers back in, Executive Director of the Aultman Foundation. And Lisa, talk about the fundraising. We talked a little bit about that earlier and how this has progressed, because you guys have done a fantastic job with this, obviously with the help of the Women's Board. And but where does it all stand right now?
Yeah, I am so glad that you asked, Pam. So we are actually at $27.6 million committed. Again, $27.6 million committed. How incredible is that? Thanks to our generous community. So we have about a $400,000 gap to go. And so that is one of the reasons why we continue to share the opportunity for those that want to make a local difference for the cancer fight and have their dollars stay right here in this community. This is a fantastic project to make that difference. And so we're continuing to invite gifts of all sizes. And please know that every gift makes a difference, Pam. And we've been so grateful and overwhelmed with the generosity from individuals, families, companies, foundations, everyone who have stepped up to help make this advanced, comprehensive cancer center close to home possible.
Yeah, talk about the website too, because when you go there to visit, I mean, there's so much to look at and to see and to get information about what can folks do while they're there.
Well, we wanted to create a site, Pam, that people could get information and understand the need, the why of this project. And that's really our patients and helping to, provide better navigation, comprehensive services. And so that website is really not only a place to make a gift, but it's a place to be educated and to provide, to understand the need and what we're really creating with this Timken Family Cancer Center. But I'm so glad that you brought the website up. You'll notice too that Gallery of Hope button, that'll take you to some really inspiring patient stories. Get your Kleenex box out because just powerful. And again, those are patients that have stepped up to share their personal story, to inspire others, to get involved, to learn more, and to possibly give a gift.
Yeah. And, we're talking about putting a shovel in the ground, and we're talking about, Tina was mentioning the steel beams coming up, but when push comes to shove, this is people we're talking about. These are people's stories and people's lives. And that's what really matters, because this is going to have a huge impact on our community when it comes to people's lives.
Yeah, Pam, I'm so glad you said that, because when we are out sharing this opportunity with the community, we say that over and over again. Yes, this is a building that is being provided. But this project is about our patients. It's not about the bricks and mortar. It's truly about the patients and their needs. And that has been the goal of this project since the very beginning. Even when we started back 9 years ago talking about the need for this, Pam, that is one thing that has remained constant in our focus. And we've not taken our eye off that ball. And we're really excited that it's finally coming to fruition for our community.
Yeah, and I want to bring Lisa Gregory in too one more time. I didn't get a chance to ask you about your husband, Steve, as well. What brought you guys to both decide to go ahead and chair this thing and make that decision to kind of lead the way?
Well, we've been both heavily involved with Aultman. I've been on the women's board since 2002. I think my husband, it was before we were married. Back in the 80s, I think he joined the board. And both our fathers had cancer. Steve's mom had cancer. Steve was diagnosed with cancer a couple of years ago. And it touched our hearts. And when Ed asked us, he said, well, you can think about it. And we go, no, we don't need to think about it. We're on board.
Absolutely. And you know what? That's exactly what I was trying to say, is that it's obviously very emotional for you. It touches my heart too. Like I said, my mom's a cancer survivor. I saw her not in this area, but in a different location, go through it and be serviced by a great center. And means the world to people. And this will too. This place will make a mark on people's lives. And that's what it's all about. So I appreciate you guys coming on today and sharing with us. And I can't wait to see it. It can't get up there fast enough for us.
Amen. Hey, Pam, a quick thank you, Pam, to our community, to all of our donors, our patients, their caregivers, the Timken Foundation of Canton. And WHBC has been a great partner, Pam. So we really appreciate you, Larry, the team over there. Appreciate this opportunity this morning. And we're just very grateful.
All right. Well, we will talk again soon. I promise. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
And your team for being constant companions and friends.
You have gotten me through many, many years.
News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Hoodies and Canton's Morning News hoodies and t-shirts and mugs and tote bags and just all kinds of stuff. You got to go check it out. Take a look at it and get yourself something nice. Or maybe somebody, who's a big fan and it might make a nice little gift for them. Check it out. Let us know what you think about it. It's pretty awesome. And we would appreciate it if you would, show your love for us. I am going to have a hard time not buying everything. It's going to be really tough. Our fan gear is now for sale at WHBC.com.